On March 27, 2016, this is Socialist number 19, day 4, part 2. Greeting bridge friends and welcome back with more on preemptive bidding. Now, we saw in the first lesson where we want to be a good partner. We want to do more things to help our partner with preemptive bidding. So take that first volley to go ahead and get some good things out of the auction to make it difficult for them to find their game. Or maybe with our partner, we've got just the right tickets to help them get to the game. And we'll see that more of that in part 3 and in part 4. But right now we're going to take a look at what about the relative seat position. Does it make a difference if there's been some passes before we make our possible preempt bid? And also, what are the actual requirements? What is this thing about 2 of the top 3, 3 of the top 5, and the like? And then we got a couple of hands to play where we get the chance to do some preempts, maybe at the 2 level, maybe at the 3 level. A lot more of those come up in part 3 and 4. Well, okay, let's go ahead and head for the table. General concepts. Well, yes, we want to have 2 of the top 3, and let's look at some examples. Ace, King. Beautiful. Let's say it happens to be at the 3 level. Okay, there we've got a 7-card suit. Great. How about and let's say this is 3 hearts. Okay, how about at the 2 level? King. Maybe we've got Ace, Queen 6 times. And this time we maybe want to go 2 spades. Or maybe how about King, Queen 6 times. Let's say it's diamonds this time. Fine. Okay, sure, we'll do it in the diamond suit. Not the best, but at least it shows the nature of our hand. Maybe our partner will end up putting us in 3 no trump. So you want to have 2 of the top 3, don't you? How about King, Jack 7 times or 6 times? And this is the club suit. Well, some people will, I understand. There might be some situations where it's better based upon the seat and the vulnerability if you are going to do that. But you'd say, well, I have 2 of the top 4. Well, I'd rather you have the 10 to go with that, so rather than this holding, let's go ahead and erase that little guy right there and replace it with a 10. Now it's okay, 3 of the top 5. I feel a little bit better about that. How about then Queen, Jack, 10 6 times. Do you want to open that 2 hearts? Some will, some won't. If you have to do it, realize that you're taking more risk, because if your partner's trying to promote that hand, you've got 2 sure losers, the ace and the king. So those are things to consider, and if it's anything beneath that, say something like it's Queen 6 times. No, that's not a good preempt, is it? Well, I've got an outside ace and an outside king on some other suits. No, I think it's even worse. If you've got a couple defensive tricks in the first or the second seat, as we'll see, I would not recommend it. Okay, only one good useful honor elsewhere normally. I'd say a singleton queen is not a useful honor, by the way. An ace or a king in the side suits are good. No long side suits for taking extra tricks, so in terms of the shape, I would say if it happened to be a 6, 3, 2, 2, fine. A 6, 3, 3, 1, fine. If it happened to be a 6, 4, 2, 1, I don't like that so much, because you've got a source of tricks, I think, on the second suit. And obviously a 6, 5, 1, 1 or 6, 5, 2, 0. No, don't do that. So try to have where, even though you've got a 6-card suit, or maybe it's a 7-card suit, let's say it's a 7, 3, 2, 1. Okay. A 7, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, sure. I mean, if that's where your honors are in this 7-card suits, fine, if that makes sense. But don't just willy-nilly on these when you get excited when you've got a 6 or a 7 bagger. Do it with some discipline. Okay, the best seat. Well, let's go ahead and make a little diagram there. And here's our little table. And we're down here in the first seat. And we make a preempt. Our partner's opposite us. What's the chance we preempt our partner? Well, there's 3 seats. 1, 2, 3. So it's 1 and 3 in the first seat. Okay, or 33 and a third %. Fine. Okay, how about in the second seat? Our partner's over here. Well, in the second seat, it's equal a 1 and a 2. Okay, half of the time, that's 50%, isn't it? Well, that's not such a great deal. So second seat is the worst seat to preempt. How about in the third seat? Third seat, well, we're past hand, so there's no chance at all. So in the third seat, it's a 0% chance. Okay, no problem there in the third seat. So that's the best seat. And how about in the fourth seat, you may ask? Yeah, that's the special one, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4 seat. Well, there'd be no reason to preempt anyway, would there? You can pass if that's the deal. So you want to obviously get a positive score, so why would you do it in the fourth seat? Well, we'll talk about that in just a second. First of all, if you are going to do it, be sure your partner knows your agreements on this, though. So don't think that your partner automatically will know this. Okay, considering the vulnerability, the rule of 2, 3, and 4, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but obviously when we're vulnerable and the partner and I are looking at the opponents not being vulnerable, that's pretty risky. Yeah, they can penalize us and we don't get that big a reward because we go down a couple. Let's say we're vulnerable, 200 for the first one, 300 for everything thereafter, 200, 500, 800 if we go down 2. Yikes, that's a lot. Whereas if we're not vulnerable and we go down 2, well, if they don't want to give us a double because we bid 2 spades, they double us in a game, we could be getting a game bonus. So if they do double us, though, let's say we're at the 3 level, we go 2 spades, our partner raises it to 3 level, we go down 2, not vulnerable, 100, 300. First one's only 100. 100, 300. So yeah, if we are non-vulnerable, we can take some more risk with some impunity. All right? Okay. So in addition to taking a look at ours and the opponent's vulnerability, there's a situation called RONF, raise only non-forcing. We're going to get into that more, but we don't want to make a rebid when we've made a preempt. Once we made our preempt bid, we must be quiet. The only time we must respond is when our partner forces us to, when they make a raise only non-forcing bid, as we'll talk about in just a moment. All right, so in our first hand, we're going to take a look and see about opening on the third seat. Special situations. Yeah, in the first seat, we realize 1 in 3 chances we can preempt our partner. Second seat, a 50% chance because there's only 2 more remaining bids. Third seat, very little chance because our partner is a passed hand. So here we go. Opening will be in the west hand, and it's a 6-3-2-2. King 6 times in clubs, not a preempt suit. Ace 10, doubleton in diamonds. Jack 9, 3 times in hearts, and 2 clubs. It's a pass. Over to the north hand, it is a 6-4-3-0. How about that? King, Jack, 6 times in diamonds. King, Jack 10, 4 times in spades. Queen, Jack, 3 times in clubs, and nary a heart. So do you want to make a call with, let's see, 4, another 4 is 8, and 3 more is 11. Well, I think we should, but this person doesn't. They said 11 points, I'll pass. Now, I've mentioned before, 11 points with a singleton, provided we don't have an honor in the singleton suit, is good. So with a void, I would sure do that. I would say I've got 11 high and reasonably 2 distribution points. Now, this isn't the best majors there, the King, Jack 6 times, but it's something, and I think it should be opened to diamonds. But they don't. So, okay, for what it's worth, we're now in the third seat. In the first seat, I would not make a preemptive bid at the 3 level with an outside ace. That's just my style. I'm not saying it works all the time. I think it works more than 50% of the time. With a outside ace at the 2 level, fine. But if you've got 2 of the top 3 honors in your preempt suit and you have 7 of them, then I believe with an outside ace, is you ought to think twice because we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 3 distribution. 9 plus 3 feels like about 12. So I would just open it at the 1 level, rebid at the 2 level, and a major. You can rebid it at the 3 level, can't you? But we've learned losing trick count, so we're going to take a look at that. Losing trick count situation. First of all, we have to have a partnership fit or a semi-self-sustained suit as defined by a suit quality of 9 or more. Right, and it would certainly be looking at our heart suit, and we have 3 honors. I think those are reasonably good honors, don't you? Yeah. So that is 3 plus the length is how many? 7? Suit quality of 10. Not the best 10, we're missing the ace, but pretty good with the 10 there. So yeah, I don't think we're going to lose more than 2 heart tricks, even if our partner's got a singleton. So at any rate, I would say in first or second seat, I would not like to make a preempt. Third seat, roll the dice. So yeah, and after a pass, which is questionable, I think they should be bidding 1 diamond. But in this case, we would be bidding 3 hearts. And if they made a 1 diamond bid, I would certainly be bidding 3 hearts. Now, if you're vulnerable versus not, we'll get into vulnerability later, but so far so good. We'll bid 3 hearts. Our partner's at passed hand. License to try to steal. Okay, over to the south hand. It is a 5-3-3-2. We've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1 distribution point for a fairly good spade suit. 13 points. We'd like to bid, but do we want to go 3 spades? I think we're kind of stuck, aren't we? Our partner's a passed hand. And our suit quality isn't 9 in this suit. We've got 5 plus 2 is a suit quality of 7. So no, we're not going to be looking at our spade suit as though that's going to be getting a lot of tricks right away anyway. So we would have to make a pass after 3 hearts. Okay, to our partner, well, hey, we hear our partner saying that they have 7. And we have 3. We do have an outside ace and an outside king. Don't know if our partner is really weak. Maybe our partner is stronger. We're kind of throwing the dice, aren't we? But the law of total tricks says we take basically a look at the number of cards our partner has in the major suit, 7. We add ours, 3, equals 10. And if we have a 10, then we subtract that from 13 in the suit. That leaves 3 losers. Well, 3 losers would be 10 winners. 10 winners sounds like a game, right? A book plus 4. So, yeah, I think we would say, just in case they want to make a bid, probably go for us. And some of you will pass, and then when they start bidding spades, you'll come in later. But if it turns out that it did go pass, pass, 3 hearts, pass, another pass. This person with a void here, 0 in the heart suit, would be able to add some extra effective points ahead. Now, we normally talk in the pass out seat, we borrow a king. But when you've got a void, that to me feels like you've got about 4 or 5. As long as your partner picks a pointed suit, you're going to be in very good position to make your contract. So if you do play law of total tricks and your partner shows 7 and you show 3 and you just bid up to 4 hearts initially, that kind of shuts out the auction, doesn't it? So here again, preempts, depending upon the seat we're in, can cause different results. Well, let's see how we can do on the play of the hand. So 4 hearts over here by the east. South, you're not going to lead away from your ace queen, that's for sure. If you had ace king, that would be a good lead. You don't want to lead ace of hearts, just in case we catch our partner with a singleton king. Club suit doubletons we don't normally like. At least we have an honor, a king or a queen, and ostensibly our person to our right does not have a lot of chunky honors because they opened 3 hearts. So we have to take a chance, and if you are going to be leading a diamond, you're in good shape. That's a winner. If you led a club, sorry, you led a loser. If you led a heart, sorry, another loser. So, okay, we found the diamond lead, good. Goes up to our partner's ace, and our partner in the north, opposite the south, try to be encouraging with the 6, and so they are in play. So they come and lead a heart, and you got all the rest of them except for the topper. They win with the ace. They come back with the queen of diamonds. Our partner overtakes it by the king, and not sure what they're up to, but let's see what they do. Oh, I see, they're leading a spade. going through the declare to the queen. We can see the dummy doesn't have anything there. We win the queen, win the ace, and they are set by one trick, down one. So taking a look at that again, that was a pass. Should have been a 1 diamond, 3 hearts. I'm okay with that. You say first or second seat. I think you should just make a 1 level bid. 3 hearts, this person's shut out, and if they go 3, 4 hearts, whatever, end up going down 1. That's okay. We'll take a look and see how the contract would be with different auction if the bidding is by the north-south. But before we do, I just want to cover this one point. Let's say that the opening was in the east hand, and some of you will want to bid 3 hearts with an outside ace. Let's take a look at that losing trick count. We said that this is a suit quality of, we got 3 plus 7 is 10, so it looks like a fully self-sustained suit. And our losers in this suit would be 1. Losers in spades, 2. Losers in diamonds, 2. Losers in clubs, 1. 2, 4, 6, with a 6 losing trick count hand, you've got a very good hand, don't you? Better than a 7 loser, which is normal 12 to 14 points. If you've got 6 loser, you only need 3 cover cards from your partner. And we saw that the partner had 1, 2, and almost 3. Right? So, yeah, I would not preempt with an outside ace at the 3 level, except in third seat. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the next variation of this hand, different bidding. Okay, this time the bidding will start by the east, and we said that we believe east should open with 1 heart with this 6 loser hand, because they have a fully self-sustained suit in hearts and outside ace. Once again, if you have an ace at a 2 level, I'm okay with that with 2 of the top 3. Okay, to the south, it will certainly overcall 1 spade with 12 points. You could even take away that queen, and I still would open it with 10 points. If I happen to have remove that ace of hearts, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm that kind of a guy. I'm going to overcall with 8 points, yeah, with an outside queen and ace queen. If it was a trashier suit, though, if it was queen 5 times in spades, no, then I won't. Okay, so 1 spade. Over to the hand over in the west. Well, you'll want to make a call. You've got 3 hearts. You've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. So I think you'll go 2 hearts. Over to the hand in the north. Aha, pay dirt. Our partner overcalled 1 spade, and how many points do we have? We said 11, and a void. Big, fat, void. Should be worth about 5 points with a void with sufficient trump, and oh yeah, good honors, good Lex extra 1. I would be going to 4 spades right now, no questions asked. And I think that's going to shut out the auction. I don't think they're going to go to the 5 level. More on that when we take a look at vulnerability. But I think that's a different auction based upon opening 1 heart and then they finding the spade fit and going to 4. So okay, in that auction, you would lead a heart to your partner. Now when you've supported the suit and you lead low, that says you've got a useful honor. If you play high, you supported the suit, you're supposed to have 3, right? Right. If you lead high, that says I do not have a useful honor. So the opening lead should be a jack of hearts. And okay, partner shows a 5 over there, I guess. I'm not sure. They could have played something higher for encouragement. But since there's none in the dummy, then it would be a suit preference to say, I want a low-ranking suit, since we're not going to do any more in that suit. So it would say low-ranking suit, I want a club, which is what you want. So good. Rather than showing attitude when there's a void or winners in the dummy, it shows suit preference. You want a club. Nice. Okay, you've won with the ace of hearts. You play a heart and get a rough in. You play a spade back to your hand. They both follow. Remember, we had 9. They have 4. They played 2 of their 4. They got 2 left. We rough again. Okay. Come back with a spade. They both followed, so they're out of spades. And we can go ahead and play a diamond to our queen. They win with the ace. They come back with a club. They win it. Another club. They win it again. And that's about it. So here we go. we have all the rest of the tricks. They've won 3, we've got 5, and we've got another 5. That gives us about 10 tricks, which means we have our 4 spades. So lovely. We've made our game because the preemptors didn't get the better of us. So I hope that helps and shows a little bit about some of the different styles and some of the different results. So in this one, where it was open 1 heart, 1 spade, whatever they do, this beautiful hand with spades and no hearts, we'll be finding a 4 spade game. All right? Well, okay, bridge friends, this completes part 2. In part 3, we are going to take a look at more play and some more chalk talk at the table. So when it comes to looking at the lesson, we'll take a look at the rule guide of 2, 3, 4, which is affected by who's vulnerable and who's not. And we'll also take a look at when our partner makes a weak 2 bid, how some tools we can use to further have them describe their hand. That is, we bid a new suit, and it is a forcing bid, 2 hearts, we bid 2 spades. They bid 2 spades, we bid 3 clubs, forcing bids. And what their rebids are, as well as 2 of a preempt suit, diamonds, hearts, or spades, we bid 2 no trump where we're asking for a feature, the ace or the king, and look at some of the rebids in those situations. So we'll see you over in part 3 with more hands to play and more lesson. See you there. Until then, have a great day playing bridge.